Becoming a football star is no easy task. You must know how to work in the team and be at the best place at the best time to get selected to play in a major league. However, it's hard to become a respected and beloved football player if you frequently get into trouble, or worse, become a criminal. However, some footballers did get into some serious problems and even got arrested. Yet they made it into our global, or at least national, fame. That's why today we'll be talking about footballers who were criminals and ended up becoming successful players. Starting with Thomas John Pope. He's an English professional football player born on August 27, 1985. He plays center forward for Congleton Town in the Northwest Counties League Premier Division. After playing well for Biddulph Victoria in the non-league team in 2004, later turned into a professional after a year. He was a graduate of the Crewe Alexandra Academy. He played for Conference North teams Lancaster City and Stafford Rangers on loan. In 2007, he played for Conference North team Barrow on loan. He became a regular member of Crewe's first team, and a year later, he scored 10 League One goals to become the club's top scorer. When he moved to Rotherham United for £150,000 in June, he became the club's joint record signing. He scored 5 goals in the following season. In January 2011, he was sent on loan to Port Vale. It seemed like Pope was walking a successful road, paved and destined to success and fame. But he didn't know that later on, he'll be committing acts that will turn his life upside down. Before the upcoming season started, the loan was made permanent. And 2 years later, he helped the club get out of League Two by scoring 33 goals and being named League Two Player of the Year. He was named Player of the Year at Port Vale in 2013 and 2014. He joined Barry in June of the next year and played there for 2 years before going back to Port Vale. Fast forward to 3 years later, he became the club's Player of the Year for the 3rd time, which was a record. The next year, he scored the 2nd most goals in the club's history. He played in 343 league and cup games and scored 115 goals. He left the club in May of the last year. The team accepted to let him go, and he went on to play for Congleton Town. However, back before he became a well-known player, Pope had a dark background. He, being a rookie back then, and 2 others were charged with affray for an incident in Hanley on February 8th of 2009. Pope got 200 hours of community service and a 6-month suspended jail sentence. Pope's lawyers said that he was provoked when the other people called his girlfriend names and hit her. In November 2019, up until July of the next year, he was suspended for 10 games and fined a total of £7,600 by the Football Association for bringing the game into disrepute with posts he made on social media, one of which was found to be anti-Semitic. Once done, never again. That's the lesson Pope learned. Though this one might sound like it's not a big deal, the next pick on our list could have gone to jail for mishandling fireworks and causing injury to a minor. We're talking about Luke John Rogers, who's an English striker who used to play professional football. He started playing in England's Football League in 1999 with Shrewsbury Town. Rogers played for the Shropshire team for 6 years and made more than 200 appearances. During that time, the team went down and then back up to the English Football League. He moved to Crewe Alexandra in the summer of 2005 and stayed there until January 2007, when he moved to Port Vale. After a short loan, he moved on to Yeovil Town 2 years later. His time as a full-time player at Yeovil was short. 2 years later, he moved on to Notts County, where he helped them get promoted in his first season. In January 2011, he moved to the New York Red Bulls of Major League Soccer. In March of the next year, his work visa was not renewed, so the Red Bulls let him go. He then joined the Norwegian club Lillestrøm, and in August of the same year, he went back to the English League with Portsmouth. 2 months later, he joined Shrewsbury Town on loan, and the deal became permanent in the next January. In July 2013, he signed with the Swedish team Hammarby IF, where he stayed until the end of the year. In February of the next year, he signed with Forest Green Rovers. The next year, he moved to Sutton Coldfield Town. In December 2016, he joined Solihull Moors. Fast forward 1 year later, he played for Hednesford Town and Highgate United. However, back in April 2003, Rodgers was ordered by the Warwick Crown Court to do 100 hours of community service and pay £5,000 in damages because of a firework accident. He set the fireworks off and they went off wrong and hurt a 16-year-old girl's face badly. Rodgers told us that it wasn't planned at all. I'm glad it's all over, even though I was more worried about the girl than about the sentence. After an incident in April of 2009, the Somerset police force gave Rodgers an adult caution for a public order offense. On October 1st of the same year, Rodgers was arrested and released on bail because he was involved in a fight in the center of Nottingham. The fight happened after he and his Notts County teammates had been drinking. Rodgers worked as a football consultant for the Sports Management International firm in Birmingham and the Midlands after he stopped playing. Well, after everything, at least Rodgers stopped being a troublemaker. And finally, keeping the best for last. This is the story of Jamie Lawrence, who was 21 when he was convicted of robbery and assault shortly after being released from prison. His football dreams were over. He couldn't see a way out of his terrible condition. And when Lawrence got his second sentence, he thought that his criminal background will prevent him from ever pursuing his dream of becoming a football player. However, seeing how good his behavior in prison was, and how friendly he was despite his background, the warden assured him that he will be getting back to the football scene. And that was just the case, because after Lawrence got out of jail, he was contacted by the governor, who left him to play as a semi-professional player on weekends. And that was the beginning of his promising career. Jewell motivated his squad. Some needed encouragement, while others wanted to establish a point. The rookie manager, who had just finished playing, would stir up Lawrence by saying he lost his last match. These simple psychological tactics can help. Lawrence drove the team. He personified Bradford's fitness, physicality, and desire. They won 3 of their last 4 games to retain Premier League status in 2000, including a memorable win over Liverpool. David Weatherall's header saves Bradford from relegation in 2000 with a 1-0 win over Liverpool. Lawrence's afternoon was emotional. Lawrence was injured for 6 weeks before the game. Before Newcastle, I shattered my jaw. On Wednesday, my dad died, Jamaica called to tell me. I told the coach, I can't play. Dad's dying. The gaffer said, do it for your dad. After only few days of training, I played like a madman. One of the greatest Bradford performances. David Weatherall's header was amazing. I remember it. We should have won by more. They were beaten. People forget Liverpool beat us to make the Champions League. Needed it. After we beat them, the gaffer said, that's for your dad. I felt everything. This win was Bradford's apex. Valley Parade changed after Jewell left for Sheffield Wednesday. Dan Petrescu and Benito Carbone offered technical quality but didn't blend with a workmanlike squad. Our team was founded on spirit and teamwork. Everyone hustled. We were too good for Benito Carbone. Paul Jewell would have given us younger legs. Bradford has struggled since reaching the 2013 League Cup final due to a financial crisis. Lawrence cares greatly about the club, even after retirement. I'm gutted, yet I still go back. Sometimes I watch games. I always attend preseason tours, Germany, Ireland. They've been everywhere. Supporters and I drink. He says, my club. The club will always be in my heart, and I hope it returns one day. We hope you enjoyed our video. See you soon on a brand new topic, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe.